Sequential light on the Tesla Model 3. Today I show you how to install them. They look really cool, gives a little bit touch to your car, and they are not super easy but manageable to install. Shout out to Pimp My EV. They're a great supplier and aftermarket parts for Teslas, and they supply this kit. So first you gotta remove the door panel. You have several bolts. One is on the outside below the reflector. Then you see also under the door handle you have the screws you gotta remove. Make sure you take them all the way out. Once you have them out, you can pull on the speaker, remove the speaker. There's a little plug with a push button which you can remove. Then I lowered the window and just pulled on the panel. Actually it's a bit rough, but I didn't use any trim removal tool. I was able to pull the entire door off. Once you have the panel off, lay it down. Make sure that you think about there's on the bottom a wire, so you might want to have some support on the bottom. Then you can lose all the screws from the inner plastic where the speaker and the window opener is mounted, so you can get to all the wire and harnesses. You see I have some little stool under the panel, so I won't put too much tension on the wire. Once all the screws are out, you can pull out the plastic part. Make sure you not forget any clip from the wiring and from the harness, so everything is really loose. Here I remove the wiring for the mirror. There's a clip. You need a trim removal tool. Check my video description. I show you what tools you need to do this work. And then once you have it off, you can pull on the mirror, but make sure you catch it before you drop it. As you see, I almost dropped it. Then remove all the plugs on the inside. Below the rubber are also some plugs. Once you have the plugs out, you can remove the 3 bolts. Make sure though, when you have the 3 bolts out, that you hold the mirror, because it might lean down or fall out, get out of alignment. You don't want to drop the mirror. You see 2 bolts are out, and the third one I stand on the outside, hold the mirror with one hand and loosen the bolt with the other hand. Now I can remove the mirror. You see that triangle plastic piece, that's kind of fragile. You don't want to break that off. Pull the harness out, and now I can put it on the bench and remove all the covers and panels. Some people say you can all do that without removing the mirror. I thought it's much easier to remove the mirror and install the new mirror cap. This is now the new mirror cap. Comes with an existing harness. You pull the harness through the mirror. Make sure it's nice and tidy so it doesn't interrupt with the other wires. And there is the hole through the mirror, and you can line it up. Once you have it pulled in, you can put the covers back on. Make sure they line up nice, otherwise you gotta open and close it again. There's on the bottom a rubber seal. You want to make sure this is really nice installed and lined up, otherwise you have to remove the panel again and do it again. Once you have the cover on, you install the mirror just the same way how you just removed it, with the 3 bolts and all the plugs. Now since I have the mirror installed, I start removing the panels around the foot compartment and towards the door from my car, because I want to run the wire through the firewall. Some people, they just run it through the door hinges, then you have it exposed. I rather have it hidden under the foot pedals and through the firewall into the frunk. You have to remove the panel which is around the knee airbag, just to have a better access. It was for me a bit tricky part to find out how to remove the panel, but once you have it off, you can unplug the wires and just pull it off. Now this is a bit hard to film. When you go in here with the hand, you can feel the firewall. You saw it just there. Let me record it again. You go all the way in, it's just in front of the speaker. You see here the firewall. This is the firewall, just below the plastic bag. One more time, let me show you. You go inside, and near the speaker there's this firewall piece. One more time. Here you see I poked a hole through with a wire to get it through the firewall. I poked it from the inside the cab, and then I was able to pull the cable through. Now you see I loosen the panel at the wheelbase and run a wire from the frunk to the wheelbase because I want to get to the camera which is on the side of the wheel, because there is the plug where I can hook up the light. I have to run basically a harness from the camera through the wheelbase into the frunk, and from the frunk into the legroom under the steering wheel, and then to the mirror. You see I pulled just here with a wire through, poked it through, was a back and forward a little bit. I used a regular stiff wire with some insulation tape and some WD-40. Now since I have it through, I can go through the door frame. On the side of the door I open the garment and I use some soapy water to run the wire through the garment to make sure it's all hidden and all waterproof inside the car. Make sure that it's closed, and then the wire which came with the mirror cover was too short, so I extended the wire. I'm sure there's some people that would run the existing wire directly to the mirror cap. I wanted to run along the existing wire and have it neat and tidy, hidden, and have it look very professional. So that's why I put extension in. I used crimp connectors and some shrink tube to make it shock proof and professionally crimped. I didn't want to take any chance that the wire could separate again. As you see, I even used 2 different crimp pliers just to make sure it's really tight. Used some shrink tube, then I ran it along the existing wire. Then I could close the first few screws for the plastic cover. As you see, I run the wire along the existing wire, along the existing plug, and I get to the new pigtail from the mirror cap. Do the same thing, make some connectors. Have to remove the insulation, make some crimp connectors. And just so you know, on the passenger side it's the same procedure. There's also a firewall above your legroom in the very far outer corner, and you can do the same thing. You run it through the frunk. There's even a little bit more access than on the driver's side, I would say so. And I just extend the wires. Put the shrink tube is probably not super necessary, but I just wanted to have it a professional look and professional way done. Heat gun for the shrink tube. Now I can plug them together, put some additional shrink tubing. Now I can put the remaining bolts in. Make sure you put all the covers and panels the way back, how you remove them. They need to be nice and tidy. You see I use zip ties to finalize it, and then you got the real cool sequential lights on the mirror. They look now a little bit faster because I got it running fast speed, but it's a bit effort involved, but really cool install. I really like that addition to my car. I hope you liked this video. Please comment below if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you.